Welcome back everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I draw female characters. I forgot the S. How I draw female characters. Part, you guessed it. Yeah, it's 3. And this is a remake because in the last part 3 or the old part 3, I kind of ruined it because of forgetting to put on the wind muff, and the whole video was just wind blowing onto my microphone, and I think that might be bothering to some people, but for the sake of all viewers, I'm just going to remake the whole thing. And also in the last part 3, I did not explain very well. I explained very poorly about the back and all of the other stuff, so I here again to try my best to explain it as easy to understand as possible, okay, as clearly as possible. So let's get straight into the episode. So let's talk about the back. So the back is just like a torso. I would draw it just like a torso, like the neck, cylinder for the neck. The body is just a box, and then I'll draw in the trapezius. Okay, this is when it looks different, okay? You see here, I actually draw in the trapezius here, overlapping the neck, while when I draw in the front torso, I would actually hide it from behind like so. So that's the first differences between the back and the torso. And now this is where everything is changed. Everything is different, okay? The deltoids stay the same, so I'm just gonna draw it in. Okay, I'm gonna add in the arms. I'm going to talk about the arms later, because that's what this video is all about, back and arms. So after I add in the deltoid, I would draw in the shoulder blades. I don't know how people call it, but I think they call it shoulder blades too. So it looks something like this, the shoulder blades. Yeah. So to give you a clearer look at the shoulder blade that I draw here, so it looks something like this. It has this kind of shape, okay? You can just draw it like in this kind of shape too. It's fine. Curve in, make sure there's a curve here, and then the shoulder blades connects into the deltoid. And keep in mind that my deltoid here actually overlaps the shoulder blades, right? Like so. The deltoid actually stays on top of the shoulder blades. Go back to the trapezius here where we left off. The trapezius has this diamond shape here, so the trapezius actually goes all the way down here. If I remove the shoulder blade, it actually looks like a very big diamond shape like so, that wraps around the back to the front of the shoulder, I guess. So that's the trapezius. It's called trapezius because it looks like a trapezoid, but I don't see any representation of a trapezoid here. I mean, if you look from this side, if you rotate the camera, it looks like this kind of trapezoid. But whatever, we're not currently learning math, so we don't have to worry about shapes too much. Well, actually we do, because we're doing art. Anyway, now since we got the top back, let's talk about the bottom back, which includes the butt. And I will not talk about the butt in too much detail in this video, but I will actually save the butt for the pelvis video. But for the sake of the back, I'm just going to show you how I draw it, and you guys will know what it looks like, okay? So in the middle of the back, there will be also another diamond shape here, which has 2 groups of muscle here. But keep in mind that everything that I explained in this video is anatomically incorrect, and it's not 100% correct, because this is just how I simplify everything and make it easier for me to draw, okay? And this is just how I draw, okay? How I draw. So down here, you're going to draw in these 2 kind of marks, muscle, that makes the back looks like a back, okay? Now, let's talk about the butt, okay? I'm going to show you how I draw it, but I won't go into much detail because that's for the pelvis and legs video. which will come in part 4, so stay tuned for that. So this is how you draw the butt. You draw in like some kind of shape here, okay? This is how I draw it. And then you connect the legs and put the legs in, and there you got a butt. Just add in the cracks. Anyway, this is how you draw the butt, and that's how the butt looks like. And also it depends on whether if the character's butt is clenched in or not. You have to still understand that human bodies has a lot of muscle group and you can actually move them, okay? So after sketching out the back, I'm going to turn down its opacity and show you what it actually looks like without all of these sketching lines. I'm trying my best not to be in frame, because sometimes when I move too close to the paper, it actually my head actually got in the way and it focused on my head. Okay, so this is the side. You can see that there is some of the shoulder blades muscle shown here. So and now you draw in the middle line to indicate the middle of the back. And you can you will draw it from the bottom of this diamond shape all the way down to almost touching this bottom point of the middle diamond shape. So, and then you draw in the shoulder blade here. Yeah, I draw in this shape right here only, this shape only, because I don't know, according to my observation to other artists drawing, they only draw this part of the shoulder blades, or at least that's what I think. So this is the back, and yeah, that's the back. Amazing. And now let's talk about how this top here actually connects to the head, because if there's a neck, there's a head, or if there's a head, there's an, I don't know. Anyway, let's draw in the head. Again, the silhouette of the head is the same as the front, so just gonna draw in the same way as the front. But this time there's something you want to know, to keep in mind, is that the ears will be looking different from behind. Yeah, everything looks different from behind. So I think, this is what I think, okay? The neck actually starts somewhere here from the bottom, like so. And then here's the trapezius, connects to the back of the head. I'm just going to draw in briefly, so keep in mind that I am not doing a tutorial. This is just me drawing in my own art style and explaining how I draw my things. And also, this is female characters, so don't expect too much muscle like explanation, because females muscle is not that. I know they're like muscular women, but I'll save all of the muscle for how I draw male characters in the future, if I ever want to do one. Anyway, back to this head. I'm going to show you the hairline. So the hairline, just going to draw in the bald head first. Let's talk about the ears, okay? So the ears from the front look something like this, right? And from the back, it looks something like this. Yeah, right? Yeah, this is the back of the ear. I don't know if it actually looks like this, but you guys can go on online and search for it, but this is how I would usually imagine it. There you go. And now for the hairline, it depends on different people. Some people have this kind of hairline, you know, but some other has a more like, it goes all the way down here, okay, and it goes up like this. Some people has this kind of hairline. I don't know, I'm not into like fashion or anything, but I think I should, because those are very important when it comes to drawing anything, especially characters. So I might have to take a deeper look into that. And the back is same back, and there you have it, the head from behind. So let's talk about movement in back muscles, okay? I'm not going to talk about this part here. Let's talk about the top, because the butt is for the pelvis video, so stay tuned for that. So anyway, so everyone knows that the shoulder blades connects to the deltoid, so whenever the shoulder moves, the deltoid moves along with the deltoid. So here is an example. The arm, when you resting, it looks something like this, right? Yeah, everyone knows when it's resting, it looks something like this. Yeah, it looks like this. This is the resting position, but then you raised it up 90 degrees. What would it look like now? So when you raise your arm up, the deltoid moves along like so, and because of the deltoid moving, the trapezius will actually got squished in, or maybe stretched, I don't know. But yeah, the trapezius will have an effect too. Yeah, the deltoid's movement will have an effect on the trapezius too, so keep in mind that. And when the deltoid is raised up, the shoulder blades actually move along with it, like so. You see, it rotates, and if the arm are raised all the way up, like up high, the deltoid actually rotates forward, you know, like something like this. Yeah, like that. Here's the arm, and the trapezius actually still connects like this, so you have to keep in mind that. And the shoulder blades actually got pushed inside the back. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, let's draw in the side view so I can show you what it looks like. Okay? It looks something like this. So the arms are raised up. This is the shoulder blades is actually got pushed in like so. And yeah, this is the chest muscle. That it looks something like this, okay? So I don't know how it looks in this view, but I imagine it looking something like this. So let's talk about when the arms are facing forward, like you raise your hand up to point at something. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, the deltoid looks something like this. Okay, and when it's pointing forward, it will stretch the shoulder blades forward as well, which make it look something like this. Also the trapezius too, you're gonna keep that in mind. And then yeah, it looks something like this. So there you go. These are the movement of the back. Okay. So yeah, amazing. And there are two more things I want to talk about the back. Is that so this is when the shoulders moved backwards, okay, which mean the back will suppress or compressed or squished in. Let's use like very easy to understand words, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so if you watch or read Ero manga, you will know this position very well. I don't know why I'm bringing that topic out now, but if you understand, you understand. So when your shoulder move backwards like this, yeah, it actually compressed the back in. So if I draw in the thing, it would actually look something like this. There you go. It looks something like this. I know it's not going to look very correct. I don't know if it is the correct way to draw it, because I've never actually thought of this before. And I haven't do too much research on this positioning, so I don't know what it looks like from the back. So. Anyway, let's move on to when the shoulder is moved forward. So when the shoulders are moved forward, it looks something like this. And then of course the shoulder blades stretches out, and it will look something like this too, you know, trying to make sure to make it look convincing. There you go. This is when the shoulder moved forward. Okay, let's try in from the side view so you guys can see what I mean by that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. Oh my god, let's drink some of my coffee real quick. Okay guys, so that's the back, and I know it's not the best explanation, it's just how I draw and how I understand it. I know this is not correct, so please, if you're a professional artist or whatever, please correct me, because I'm still in high school and I'm trying to enter. I don't know where else to go after I graduate actually. But so arms includes 3 parts: the deltoid, the upper arm, and the forearm. Yes, I did my research, and this is called the upper arm and this is the forearm. And down here is the hand, and we're not going to talk about hand today because it's a whole different category. I really want to add hands into this episode, but it's going to take very long, so I'm not going to. So this is what hands looks like, okay? Okay, let's talk about the movement of the arms, okay? Because arms are very moving, I guess it moves a lot. So let's talk about the twisting of the arm, okay? The arm, when you rest it, would actually face up like this, okay? When your arm is resting, it face up, and when you twist it to the side, this is what happens to the arm, okay? You see this line right here? I'm going to show you what happens to it. It twists. Yeah, how crazy is that? And this is how it twists actually. That's the very weird hand. There you go, this is how it twists, okay? So this two thing here stays the same, but this part right here twists over, and yeah, it makes your wrist appear thinner, okay? So let me try and explain it again. So this is the forearm. I will actually add some color coding so you guys will understand what's going on. When you twist it to the side like this, it looks something like this. You see, this thing stays this. Okay, these two things stays the same, but this part up here twists because your forearm exists 2 bones, and when you twist your forearm, the bone twists. But this part to here, I don't know how you imagine it, but this is just how I imagine it. So if I actually draw it in properly, this is what it looks like. Now, the most important question is that how does the hand connects to the body? I have already shown you guys how it connects to the back and how it moves around, right? Now I'm going to show you how it moves from the front. So let me draw in 3 torso again, I mean 4. So it's going to take a while, so. Okay, before moving on, let me just take a sip of coffee. Let's draw in the deltoid. Okay, from the front, everyone knows that the deltoid connects to the chest muscle, and from the chest muscle, the arm comes out, like so. So the deltoid here's the arm, and it connects through chest muscle, something like this. Looks something like this, okay? Which means Oh my gosh, the coffee got on my, oh no. Anyway, which means the arms are tucked in between the chest muscle and the shoulder blades, and the cap is the deltoid. I don't know. Let's give you guys a better look from the side view. So the chest muscle, like this, right? And the shoulder blades, right here, right? The arms are tucked in between those two muscles, or at least that's how I think of it. And then the deltoid is the cap that puts on to everything, like so. And there's the neck exists. Since we're talking about female characters, let's talk about the thing, okay? So in the resting position, it looks something like this. Don't worry, I'll come back and clean it up later on. Now when you move up your arms 90 degrees, again the chest muscle will behave like the shoulder blades. It will stretch up along with the deltoid, and of course it's going to stretch the thing up too, but not that much. Now when you raised it up, the arm, I mean, it looks something like this, okay? The chest will be compressed, and the shoulders, the deltoid looks like this, and you can actually see your shoulder blades from this angle too. And about the armpits, I don't know what it looks like though. Oh man, I should have done some more research on this. Oh, I think I got it right. It actually looks like this, but this is a bit too muscular. So let me just make it look more feminine. And from this, again, the thing will be compressed and stretched up. So you're gonna keep that in mind too. And now, your hand is facing forward like this. Your arms, I mean, and then the deltoid will be staying here. And it will, of course, compress the chest in. And then the shoulder blades, something like this, you know. And then again, the chest. Now, let's clean everything up so you guys understand better on how it looks. How it really looks. Okay guys, as you can see right here, these are the clean version. Not really clean, but you get the point. This is how it looks like, okay? You try your best to simplify it in like clean drawing. It's for you to decide to clean up. It's up to you on how you want to clean up. Like how much muscle do you want to show or whatever, or you can keep it simple and then later on you just shade it in so it looks, the muscle looks more pronounced. So there's that. So since we talked about the movement of the arm connecting between the arms and the torso, let's talk about the arms itself, you know, on how it moves on itself, okay? Because that's important. And also arms in perspective, because arms tends to move a lot in perspective. So let's talk about that. I think of the arm as a cylinder. This is the upper arm, and when you draw on your upper arm, please make sure to point out on which direction is the arm facing, you know. For example, in this one I'm dividing it into two parts. The back part is the tricep and the front part here is the bicep, which means the arm is facing this way. Yeah, it's facing this way, and because of that, the forearm can only either be here in this position or on this position. Okay, it cannot be the other way because that's impossible for a human being. So since it's folding up, let's talk about the elbow. So the elbow, believe it or not, is actually a part of the forearm. Yes, the bone of the elbow, the pointy thing of the elbow, is a part of the forearm's bone. Okay, so it looks something like this. But if you want to keep it simple, just make it pointy, you know, like here. For example, forearm, upper arm and forearm, just make it pointy. And everyone knows that the upper arm is the same length as the upper torso, and so as the forearm, which has the same length as the top part of the arm, and the hand is the rest. So keep that in mind because proportions are important. And right here, let's draw in the deltoid just in case. And now let's clean it up. So when you draw arms, I want you to think in 3 dimensions because arms movement are very complex, and for a beginner it's going to be very important to learn how arms moves in 3 dimensions, you know, because arms doesn't only move backward and forward, it moves side to side or in almost any direction. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind when you're drawing the arms. And the hand, I will talk about it in the future video. I will group the hand with the feet, so don't worry, I will make sure to cover everything from a female character first, and then after that I'm going to show you how to draw a male character. The male character is going to be very short, so much shorter than female, because they have almost the same thing. The only difference is that the female's body looks more soft than the boys, and the boys has more muscles. I hope this helps. So like I said in every single video, you cannot learn without practice. So hold on, let me get an extra paper. There you go, guys. What do you think?